It's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry here for Charles Sims. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Again, they run with Sims. And, right away, he lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do. We figured they'd come out with intensity and aggressiveness on the defensive side of the ball, and they have an early turnover to show for it.
They lived up to their reputation. That's who they are. They want to attack on every play, even though they're playing defense. And you're exactly right. Force their early turnover, and now they'll try to attack again and again throughout the game.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Here we go.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he loses the football a second time.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They go play action here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
On the ground, the drive starts with Sims. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. A dump off to Sims. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and they're going to have a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Offense faces a 3rd and medium with 6 yards left. From the gun, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And the D looking like they may blitz. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Let's go now.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. C.O. Moore. In from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
So we have to remember this offensive unit, they've been off for the last 2 weeks. Had an open week, and so it might take them a little while to get back into rhythm. I know they worked hard to try and get past that in practice, but practice isn't game speed.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, spinning away. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Buccaneers have it. And they put it on the ground here on the 2nd drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves. But maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into it a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
Jameis now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
They'll run it again with Sims. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Throwing, Winston. Nifty move. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you can see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 32-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Breeze now on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks, right at the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now, Breeze again. Eluding the pressure right. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On 3rd down. That's Wilson. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Now Jameis on 2nd down. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it'll bring up third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Winston now. Open man has got it. It's complete. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. They'll toss it out to Sims. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The first carry for Jeremy McNichols. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
The Bucs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. The Bucs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run here with Sims. Room here to run. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Charles Sims, 76 yards. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Breeze, one of the best ever in these situations as he's trying to get his guys set. Now Thomas will come in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. Breaks a tackle. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind He hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss. Now they'll throw with Breeze. He completes it to Nelson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. In motion left moves Nelson. Now they try the right side here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Breeze, one of the best ever in these situations as he's trying to get his guys set.
So, my man, I pose this question to you. How do you get to be the number 2 defense against the rush in the NFL?
Be better than number 3, I guess.
Okay, right?
And make plays like that, right?
Well, you know, you're right. At its basic, be better than number 3, but you really nailed it. Make plays like that on a consistent basis.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Final shot before half for Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front, as we will toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with Larry Ridley with our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Forced out to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. From midfield, here's Breeze. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And, oh, my goodness, he loses it again.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. On second down, here's Breeze. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Here's Breeze. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Breeze to throw again. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
A long drive here. Play 12 coming up for the offense.
Easy. Ready. Yellow lady.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Normally, when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a 15-play drive. Can't believe that only resulted in 3, but it did.
That is somewhat amazing, isn't it? When you hold the ball that long, run offense that well, yet only put 3 points on the board, it has to be a little bit of a disappointment, doesn't it?
Has to. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now, they had the box stacked. That run was going nowhere from the start.
And when you say stacked, you really mean it, don't you? Because when you're talking about a 46 defense, commonly known as the Bear defense, you're covering up the guys inside, and you're allowing other people to get in there close to the line of scrimmage, usually an 8-man front. That's difficult to block for an offense. On that play, the defense won in a big way. No gain at all.
Now they run with Sims. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On 3rd down, Winston. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Sims. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. Second down, Winston. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz.
Ready. We got 3, fellas.
On 3rd down, it's Sims. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Ready.
Now Sims. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On 3rd down, it's Sims. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Let's go now. Blue wait. 550.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Ready. 550.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Charles Sims with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Time running out here on the play clock. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Catch made right side by Wilson. They get the penalty yardage back plus 5 more as they get it to 2nd and 5. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. The play clock's running down. Breeze going to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Sammy, ready.
Play clock winding down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Now the backup Savage. Wilson snags it left side. And he goes out right around the 39. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
The Saints on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 7 yards remaining here on third down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now Breeze. He's going to let it fly. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big play there for the Saints. 52 yards. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. William Golston in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Breeze to throw on second down. Caught by Nelson left side. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people...
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They're going to try and run, and he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful, and the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. A give to the fullback on the dive. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. On 3rd down, it's Sims. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done.